Now, I love independent voices, Gator. When you hear, I mean, we're prone to getting overly excited about our guys. Local media sometimes prone to get overly excited about our guys. Fans prone to getting overly excited about our guys. But when you find it from somewhere else, and I saw this in the Boston Globe, writes the following. The most exciting player in Tigers camp may be 23-year-old left-hander Tarik Skubal. The former ninth-round pick pumped a 98-mile-per-hour fastball by Bobby Dalbec this past week to leave 2 runners stranded. Quote, I haven't played in the majors, but that's the best stuff I've seen, Dalbec said. His fastball was moving all over the place. He's really good. Story goes on to say, Skubal averaged 13.13 strikeouts per 9 innings last season in the minors. His curveball is an above-average pitch, too. 2 scouts independently mentioned him as one of the best arms they have watched this spring. Yay. Independent voice.
Are you hopping off one leg and jumping onto another?
No, I'm still on the Riley Green thing, but although I'm ready to fire somebody if they keep him down in my camp.
He's not playing today.
He's not playing today. I jest. I'm not really ready to fire somebody. But Skubal, when we asked last week who's the guy, the Tiger prospect that we're most sure is going to make it, I went with Skubal because I feel like Skubal is a bit of an underappreciated stock. The sports analogy I used, it's like that team that's unranked to begin a season, and then they beat a bunch of ranked teams, and they debut in the top 25 at number 19, when they probably should be top 10 based upon their accomplishments. I feel like Skubal, who was the 38th best Tiger prospect 1 year ago, in the Tigers' top 50. I think it was the Detroit News, might have been the Free Press, don't sue me. But one year ago, they had the top 50 prospects. And I kept scrolling down to find the name Skubal in the 2019 top 50 rankings, and he was 38th. And then what he has done just screams that this guy's filthy. And I don't mean to dismiss what Mize, Manning, anybody else has done, but he's the guy I'd bet on. And yet Mize is a great pick too. And you went with Manning, but Skubal, love hearing teams in other towns going, well, that guy's good.
Well, he was better than good last year. I mean, between the 2 teams he pitched for at Lakeland and at Erie, at high A ball and at double A ball, he had a 2.42 ERA in 24 starts, only 87 hits given up in 122 and 2/3 innings, and he struck out 179. Batting average against below 200, the whip right at 1.01, and that strikeout rate is insane.
Yeah, you got to be able to throw multiple pitches for strikes. You got to get people swings and misses from more than just a pitch, and sometimes 2, obviously. But
and the year before, he was coming off injury, a serious arm injury, and had pitched for 3 different teams in rookie league, and then got all the way up to West Michigan at low A ball. But it only pitched in 9 games and only thrown 22 innings total. But in those 22 innings, same numbers: 33 strikeouts, 192 batting average against, and a .85 whip. Those 2 years were spectacular numbers. Low part of the system to start off with, and then moving up to the ranks to double A ball last year.
Why do you think we don't hear as much concern about his injury, his arm event, as we do, say, Franklin Perez or Fulmer or anybody else who's had one?
Well, Fulmer is, I guess, with both of them because they've been recurring. With Perez in particular, he's just constantly been hurt since the last 3 years.
2 years, though, at Seattle University.
But that was before we had ever heard of him.
Yeah, I know. But
so now that he's been, in the minors, and knock on wood here, hasn't had an arm event here in the last
couple of years.
That, now we're starting to hear about him. Fulmer made it all the way to the majors and then got hurt. So I think it's about the name of who you know and when they get hurt.
He missed most of the 2016 season and all of 2017 after undergoing Tommy John surgery. So maybe it was one injury that kept him out. But, hey, man, I love hearing it. After they played Boston last week, created quite a stir, so much so that the Boston Globe wrote about him.
Yeah. But 122 innings last year. Imagine maybe the target this year is around 150.
And
if he can stay healthy.
And some of them might be in Detroit.
And I think there will be
Yes.
many innings in Detroit.
All right, flight back from Florida, I saw something that really got me to thinking, and you guys both watched Parasite on the flight back.
That we did.
I want to get your analysis of that at 11:02 here on Karsch and Anderson on 97.1 The Ticket.